Hey there, I'm Jamey with Healthline.
And I'm Shana, a registered dietitian.
Today we're going to take a look at Sunbasket, which is a meal delivery service. We'll talk about the subscription details, the packaging, and the nutritional value of the meals.
And that's where I come in.
Before we jump in, you should know that Sunbasket didn't pay either of us to make this video.
So you're getting our honest feedback in real time.
Should we do this?
Yes.
All right, so Sunbasket is a meal delivery service that offers pre-made meals and meal delivery kits. They're plant-based mostly, but there's not a lot of strictly vegan or vegetarian options on there, right?
Right. They give you options based on your lifestyle, which is really cool, and also allergies, which is a really big thing.
They also do a market, so if you wanted to add on a bag of rice or some oatmeal or a juice, those are options that you can add to your box as well.
Yeah, which is really a cool idea.
Meal size-wise, you can customize for servings and for family members that you're trying to feed, so you can get multiple different versions of a box throughout the week.
Which is also a good idea. You can also cancel at any time.
So we look at the packaging then.
Yeah.
All right, opening her
Pretty
up.
box. Pretty box.
One of the cool things that I noticed when looking at Sunbasket is their website tells you how to recycle all of this stuff. All right, so we have our pre-made meals that we ordered. They also threw in a little oatmeal, which we did not order, so that was, thank you,
cool.
Sunbasket. We got two, one for each of us, turkey chili.
And this one, spicy yuba noodle with kale, mushrooms, and pickled carrots.
Yum. There's a lot of ice in here,
Yeah.
I will say. Like, it would not get hot. So this even gives you instructions on how to recycle this bag. They'll say cut open and squeeze gel into compost.
Exactly. So if sustainability is a thing that you're into, I highly suggest this.
All right, so when it came to the menu offerings, Shana, how did you feel about the nutritional value there?
So I loved it because it offered a lot of variety as far as vegetables, proteins, fruits even for some cases, which means more vitamins, more minerals, more antioxidants, all that good stuff.
Good. There was also a lot of different questions about dietary restrictions, allergies.
Big fan of that, big fan.
Although they did say if you're gluten-free, there are a lot of gluten-free meals, but that their factory uses the same machinery. So
Yeah.
if you're celiac,
I would not recommend.
use caution. Organic ingredients are important as well, but I know that you have a feeling about the term clean.
I'm not a fan of that word. You know, as far as fruits and vegetables, everything is healthy. You want to get as many as possible. Clean doesn't really have that much of a meaning, except if you're washing, of course, your fruits and vegetables. That's, that's the only thing that should be clean. But other than that, yes, if organic is your thing, this will be for you.
The last thing that we should note before we cook these is that these were arrived fresh, not frozen. I froze them because we were shooting this today and they arrived to me last week. So we'll be cooking them from frozen. Is there anything we should know in terms of nutritional value if you're going to freeze something or how we should cook it? Any difference?
Not nutritionally, but if it's frozen, it's going to take longer to cook. So it says 3 minutes here, so it's going to take a little bit longer.
Actually, I said that was last, but it wasn't last. What's really last is the packaging on these is so cool.
Oh yes, we've been talking about that.
We love the packaging on these.
It's very pleasing to the eye.
It is. It's also another thing that the recycle page tells you you can use. This is like a wood, very thin wood. You can use it as kindling for your fire or your barbecue, which is cool.
Who knew? Yeah.
All right, now we can cook these.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna give it a taste. It looks delicious.
It
I can't
smells
say
really good, I have to say.
Uh-oh. It's really hot. I'm nervous.
It's really good. Mine is really good. Jamie's still trying to work on hers.
Making a huge mess. Okay. It's really good too.
Yeah.
Serving size wise, how do you feel about your chili?
I think it's really good. Mine also contains a lot of protein with the turkey. It also has a lot of, obviously, tomatoes for the chili, cheese. I didn't even know that it had cheese in it before. And a few, I'm guessing these are peppers. I'm not quite sure.
I was a little bit, when it was in this packaging, I thought this was going to be really small. It looks like a great lunch size.
Yeah, it's a good amount.
Now that it's in this bowl. Okay, so as we sit here and enjoy, let's talk a little bit about price, because that is one of the big things that we found with Sunbasket.
It's a little bit pricey. So it depends on, of course, your individual budget, your family size, lifestyle, whatever have you. But I'd say if you are looking to not cook and to have easy meals prepared, it's great.
Yeah, the serving sizes are for families of 2 or 4, and if you're trying to feed a larger group, it can get a little bit expensive depending on your subscription. The other items in the market are about like Whole Foods prices, I found. That was the same kind of price tier that I noticed. And shipping is only free on your first box. So you do also have to pay, I think, $8 for shipping for each of your subscription boxes.
Yeah, so that's just all the costs totaled in your head.
So on that note, pros and cons, we'll wrap it up. I think the con that we've decided is mostly price. It's a little bit more expensive than some of the other options out there, but pros?
Pros, it's delicious. Also good amount of choice. I love the packaging. Not only is it pretty, right, but it's also very sustainable, which is good.
If you have any questions about Sunbasket, you can go ahead and pop them in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell to stay up to date on all the latest health and wellness info from Healthline. And huge thank you to Shana Spence for joining us today.
Aw, thanks for having me.